Okay, welcome to our virtual poetry open mic night for all ages, teens and adults. Very exciting event, the first of its kind, I think, that we've done here. That's a combo event like this. My name's Don Phillips. I was a former teen services librarian, now adult services, so I go both ways. I'm coming to you from Milpitas Library. This is the virtual version of it behind me. And I am very excited about this event today because it's the first time I get to work with our poet laureate, the Santa Clara County Poet Laureate. His name is Tshaka Campbell. He is an accomplished artist and performer. He's authored 4 books and 3 music albums of poetry. He has toured internationally and has been featured at theaters from the legendary Apollo Theater in New York to the Poetry Cafe and O2 in London, England. Campbell has collaborated on a number of musical projects in the house, jazz, and blues genres, as well as national commercials. He is a board member of SV Creates and Poetry Center San Jose, local entities, and continues to ask the world to listen different. Thank you so much, Tshaka. We're so happy to have you here. I'm personally applauding.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored. Thanks for the space. Thanks for putting on this event to, give folks a mechanism to share their voices, share their talents. So I appreciate the space. So I'll jump in, right? So I'm gonna do a poem. I've always get to this point where I'm trying to figure out what poem to do. I'm gonna do sort of 1.5 poems really quickly. The first one is called Kaina, and it's a Filipino word that sort of means like let's eat or delicious. And so here we go. There is so much untouched that we can all relish the devour and write its refrain into our poems, like how the ocean workshops the sand into its own design. The body is so far from the mouth, yet we can break the expanse and attach wings to our tongues to taste how the world seasons its story. The same way we do with words, and with words, there's enough masarap for us all to birth 1,000 novels about the same color. So let's drink ourselves full. Let's paint the world a different hue, a simple shade of beautiful, because there's enough stories held in just our fingertips to change the unimaginable. We are all poets. Thank you. That is the first one. And the second one I'll go through is called Purpose. I'm gonna try and recall this. I'm old, so sometimes I forget stuff. Purpose. I waited in the dimple of a cloud for a visit from an ancestor, a jazz singer, y'all, with almond eyebrows and stardust sprinkles for lips. She came to my thoughts dangling from a blade of grass. She had inverted knees and she told tales of walking backwards toward the beginning of journeys. She had messages scribed on the inside of her eyelids that only appeared when she blinked. She greeted me in the belly of an eclipse and breathed a breath of frozen orchid. She blinked and said, Tshaka, I've been waiting. I've been waiting silently in a hibernating hiatus, quietly, heavily heaving, heavy heights of honesty hidden in the wide open. I said, say word. She said, word. You've grown locks. You've changed your name and you track your experiences through shot glasses. Your desires scribbled in the center of glass ring stains on smoke-filled lounge tables. I said, say word. She said, word. Squinting, you can't see your destiny through the smoke. And with magnified pupils and opposite magnetic poles, your blood flows from south to north and your soul flushes clockwise. I said, say word. And she said, word. She blinked and said, but I can see you clearly in volumes, with heightened senses and blood-curdling visions in the hearts of chakras. I can recite the pitch of your heartbeat and affix its taste to my ribs. She said, when you gave birth to gentle breezes, you were not too much unlike me. You see, you floated the heavens wearing black on the outside, Magenta blue on the top side in plain view. Humanity accolades padded in the brim of velvet berets thrown at your feet from a backdrop of post-performance spotlight applause. She said, you are painted in the foreground of cubes, creating shadows that whispered in Picasso's left ear. You groomed sandstorms and wrote novels in mental hieroglyphics carved in waterfalls. You are August in the winter and orbit the moon in December. I said, say word. And she said, word, but this means, Tshaka, that you have a reason, a purpose, a reason to open closed eyelids, to echo infinity in the air of a parabola, a reason to set clocks to the movements that mirror choice, a reason to map pathways to human intervention, to defy convention, to evaporate elliptical complacency measured in the mathematics of ancient geometry. Now, y'all, I tried not to pay attention, right? But I couldn't help but place my ears on her shoulders and my mouth on her forearm, trying to capture fallen metaphors and mistaken clauses, making mental portraits with pencil shavings bound around future intentions. You see, I waited for that moment right outside of proposition, but it never came. She blew me a kiss that landed on my tongue. In the emptiness of her departure, a baby's heartbeat began to grow in my mouth. It stretched my tongue and began grabbing at my throat, tearing at my vocal cords. It gave form to a female voice, a daughter of speech that grew to puberty within my opinions and emerged through my lips. In a puff of air, she named herself poetry. In a puff of air, she named herself poetry, and she sent me a message through the wind that said, if you now understand your purpose, say word. And I said, word. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, thanks. So great. So enough about me. As Don mentioned, I am now the current Santa Clara County Poet Laureate. Consists of about 14 or so different cities in the area. My sort of two tenets in sort of my time is, one, about creating a space for youth to share their voices through poetry. The second is to sort of bring these disparate communities that we have in the county together through arts, through literature. So I say all that to say that this is a fantastic opportunity and a fantastic sort of vehicle to do all of that. So again, thank you for the invite. So we have a couple of performers for you this evening. I'm going to sort of introduce them. We have a little bit of a bio, nothing too long for some of our performers. But our first performer of the night is Radha Ram. Radha's visiting us from India. She's a 58-year-old passionate about Indian classical music and dance. Her other hobbies are cooking, yoga, and listening to music. So without further ado, we will pass it on to Radha. Thank you so much for being here, and the stage is yours.
Thank you. Can I start?
Yes.
Sri Chakra Raja Simhasaneswari Sri Lalita Bikaye Bhuvaneshwari Agama Veda Kalamaya Rupini Akila Chara Chara Janani Narayani Nagakana Nataraja Manohari Jnana Vidyeshwari Rajarajeshwari Sri Chakra Raja Simhasaneswari Sri Lalita Bikaye பலவிதமாயுன்னை பாடவும் ஆடவும் பாடிக்கொண்டாடும் அன்பர் பதமலர் சூடவோ உலக முழுதுயர்ன தகமுற காணவோ ஒரு நிலை தருவாய் காஞ்சி காமேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீ சக்கரராஜ சிம்மாசனேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீலலிதாம்பிகையே உழன்று திரிந்த என்னை உத்தமனாக்கி வைத்தாய் உயரிய பெரியோருடன் ஒன்றிட கூட்டி வைத்தாய் நிழலென தொடர்ந்த முன்னோர் கொடுமையை நீங்க செய்தாய் நித்திய கல்யாணி பவானி பத்மேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீ சக்கரராஜ சிம்மாசனேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீலலிதாம்பிகையே துன்பப்புடத்திலிட்டு தூயவனாக்கி வைத்தாய் தொடர்ந்த உள் மாயோ நீக்கி பிறந்த பயனை தந்தாய் அன்பை புகட்டி உந்தன் ஆடலை காண செய்தாய் அடைக்கலம் நீயே அம்மா அகிலாண்டேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீ சக்கரராஜ சிம்மாசனேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீலலிதாம்பிகையே Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oops, I think Tshaka, you might be muted.
Thank you so much.
I am muted. Sorry, I didn't want to make sound during. So Radha, so question for you with typical with Indian classical music, is it
Yeah.
usually sung by itself or does it typically accompany with other types of instruments?
No, actually it is a Carnatic music.
Mm.
Yeah. It will be accompanied by music, violin, mridangam, and other instruments also.
Okay.
It is a Tamil language.
It's Tamil.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right, wonderful. Thank you. Thanks for sharing with us. And as folks will realize, it's not just poetry that we have here; it's music and all kinds of talents that folks would like to share with us. So, thank you again, Radha, for sharing with us. Next,
Thank you so much.
of course. Next, we have Lisa Scott Ponce. Lisa's a Bay Area.
Ponce.
Okay, Ponce. Thank you. And please, anyone, if I'm not pronouncing your name, please correct me. We want to make sure that you're fully represented. So Lisa Scott Ponce, a Bay Area native, loves being creative and is delighted to be part of this special community event. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us and being a voice in the community. So without any further ado, the space is yours.
Thank you. This is just really so much fun. I really appreciate it. The poem I'm going to read today is Kitchen Colors. And it came out of a workshop that I took with one of the poet laureates before COVID in Cupertino.
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen Colors. Buttery sunlight streams through the kitchen window of a house with a restrictive covenant. Fresh coffee and cinnamon toast perfume the air. A little girl with hazel eyes sits at a tan formica table, short legs dangling from her sticky seat over the checkerboard floor. Two aproned, attentive grandmothers fawn over her like obsequious waiters. Two women, slightly wary of each other, offering gifts of golden eggs and orange juice. The Mayflower has sapphire eyes and a generous bosom. Because of her face, She feels secure anywhere she goes. The tapatia, with her coffee bean eyes and accented speech, knows to toe the line. Reluctant to favor one over the other, the child knows she is connected to both, wonders that they might even all belong to each other. Glancing down to the stained linoleum floor, she peers at the alternating tiles of dark and white, separate squares, repeating across the floor, never blending.
Thank you. Thank you. And so tell us, Lisa, where else do you go and recite or do workshops in the community?
Well, during COVID, the poetry community of Cupertino kind of fell apart a little bit, but we're coming back. We have a new poet laureate, Keiko O'Leary, and bringing us back together. There's going to be a multilingual poetry event. Please check that out. Where we're going to do poems in different languages. Oh, and Cupertino, I would invite everybody on Saturday, the 22nd, to celebrate Earth Day. Cupertino Symphonic Band is going to perform in front of City Hall and the Cupertino Library. And Keiko O'Leary and I and the poet Jennifer Brown are going to do poetry on demand. And it will be my first time doing that. And poetry on demand is when a person can just walk up to a booth and just give us a topic. And just give me a topic like the ocean or the forest or babies. And then I have to come up with a poem for them. So I am so excited to stretch my wings and push myself creatively. And I hope people will come and have a good time, listen to music, celebrate Earth Day, and maybe get a poem to boot. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Lisa. And to that end, there is also, I may be bold enough to mention an event on April 27th. It's called the San Jose Museum of Art Invitational. And so basically what we have is a spastic poetry. So you'll have, we have 12 poets from around the area that will write, that have gone and viewed various pieces within the museum, and they're writing poems about those pieces. And so that will be at 7 p.m. at the San Jose Museum of Art on April 27th. So if you're free or in the neighborhood, stop on by. We have a huge selection of poets from all sort of age ranges and sort of tenure within the poetry world. So thanks for teeing that up for me, Lisa. Next, we have on board Alvin Wong. So Alvin is a sophomore at San Leandro High School. He has been playing piano for 8 years now. Alvin enjoys reading, cooking, playing various instruments, and helping out his community. So Alvin, I'm not sure if Alvin's going to do a poem, or is Alvin going to play piano for us? I'm excited to see what's coming on. Alvin, are you ready to join us? Your microphone is muted. Oh, there you go.
Yes, I'll play piano today.
Wonderful. And it's a piano. I love it. Okay, so next we have our tech person on site. No, I'm joking. We have Si-Young Chow. Please help me and make sure that I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And she's a 16-year-old from South Korea. So
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful. Can you say your name again, just so to make sure that everyone
Soyoung Choi.
okay, wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us, and the stage is yours. We're excited.
Rows and flows of angel and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone, and every fairy tale comes true. But clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the daisy dancing where you feel as every fairy tale comes true. I looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. And every now when you go, and if you care, don't let him know. I looked at love that way. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love illusions I recall. I really don't know. Tears and fears and feeling drawn to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds. I looked at life that way. Now they only you go, and if you care, don't let him know. I looked at life that way. I looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life. I've looked at life from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Can you please tell us who your pianist is as well?
I lost the signal. Oh, there.
Her name is Pei Shan. You can introduce yourself.
Oh, yes, I'm Tayshawn Tide. I'm from the same school as her, but I'm a senior.
Okay, all right, senior. Thank you guys so much for joining us. That was wonderful. And also thanks for your technical help as well. But yeah, great, thank you. Thank you. It's always funny that Murphy's Law is always going to be there. Someone's going to call right in the middle. I was looking for my phone frantically thinking it was me.
Sorry, I did mute you, but it
Oh.
wasn't you.
So there we go. Next, we have Mukil Saravanan. So again, please correct me if I am not pronouncing your name correctly. My full name is Tshaka Campbell, so trust me, I have empathy. So I want to make sure that we pronounce all the names correctly. But Mukil is a 15-year-old from Cupertino. He enjoys singing recreationally, pop, EDM, and K-pop music. So I'm assuming you're going to be singing for us today.
Yeah, so can I start? Thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Stage is yours.
All the times that you went my way, all the clubs you got in your money. You think you broke my heart, oh girl, and say, you think I'm crying on my own, well, I am. And I don't wanna write a song, cause I didn't want anyone. I still care what no more, you still hit my phone now. And baby, I'll be moving on, and I think you should be something I don't wanna hold back. Maybe you should know that. But mama don't like you, she likes everyone. And I never liked to admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on, but now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. Cause if you like the way you look that much, well baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on for something, you should go and love yourself. When you told me that you hated my friends, the only problem was with you and not them. Time you told me my opinion wrong and try to make me forget where I came from. I didn't want to write a song because I didn't want anyone. And I still care or don't, but you still hit my phone now. And maybe I'll be moving on, and I think you should be something I don't wanna hold back. Maybe you should know that my mama don't like you, she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on, but now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. All the times that you made me feel small, I fell in love, now I feel nothing at all. Felt so low when I was you. Was I a fool to let you break down my walls? Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on, then you should go and love yourself. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much, Mikhail. That was great. I love that song. So thank you for sharing with us today. I don't think that Joel is with us. I just wanted to check and make sure. Doesn't seem that way. And Joel was the last person on the list.
Can I ask about the last song? Because I actually don't know the name of either of the songs that have been sung today.
So Mikhail, what's the name of the song? I know the song, I just don't remember the name of it.
So it was Love Yourself by Justin Bieber.
Bieber, okay, that's right. The Biebs. And Siyoung, if you're still there, what was the name of your song?
Both sides now. Coda from Coda.
Yeah, wonderful. There we go. Okay, you're on mute now, though.
Okay, so some stuff about me because so my name is Pranav Shankar. I'm 13 years old. I'm in 7th grade. I go to Cabrillo Middle School. I like writing, acting, and unconsciously getting addicted to the internet.
Unconsciously, I love it.
So my poem today is titled You'll Never Know Madam. There are books I'll never read, no matter how much of a bookworm I am. There are places I'll never step foot in, no matter how much I travel. There are people I'll never meet, even if I'm limited to a nation of 250,000. There are websites I'll never visit, no matter how much I procrastinate. There are quotes I'll never understand, no matter how much I interpret. There are myths I'll never know are lies, no matter how much I fact check. There are days I'll never live to see, even if I live to age 123, unless the universe ended right then. There are poetic techniques I'll never know the name of, even if I have an English PhD. There are topics I'll never address in this poem, no matter how long I think. I'll never finish something. I'll never start something. I'll never believe something. I'll never do something. I'll never say something. I'll never meet someone. Everything I've said yet in this poem, the topics being addressed, applies to you too. So think carefully, because on top of all that, few of the books you'll ever read, or the places you step foot in, or the people you ever meet, or the websites you ever visit, or quotes you ever understand, or myths you'll learn are lies, or days you live to see, few will impact you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us, Pranav. Looks like I think that is everyone. You know, one thing I would love to ask is, can we take everyone off of mute? And I would love for us to applaud. I'm going to go through the names of everyone, and I'd love for us to applaud everyone that joined us today. So first we had Radha, Ram, so thank you for joining us. Then we had Lisa Scott Ponce. Then we had Alvin. Alvin, we made the attempt. I left my message in the chat for you, Alvin, so please send me the recording. Then we have Siyoung Chow and her pianist accompaniment, and Mukil. And then last but not least, we had Pranav sharing with us today. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time, for opening up and sharing your talents with us. I got to tell you, when I go around, I won't say how old I am, because you would never believe it. But as I go through, as Poet Laureate, as I've been doing this for over 25 years, I'm always astounded by the talent that we have in our youth. And it's really it's really pleasing to me that we are going to, we're leaving the world in good hands because of the not only the talent that you guys bring to us, but the courage and the vulnerability to share with perfect strangers. So I really appreciate that. I think everyone who's listening appreciated it. And thank you for joining us today. And thank you for the library for putting this on.
Thank
Yes.
you, Tshaka. Thank you to the library system.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, and thank you all for your patience in all the little bumps in tonight. I think we're, even if we've been doing this for a while, but there's still always a few challenges to these live events online, I think. So we appreciate all the wonderful talent and the patience that we've seen tonight. Thank you so much.
Well, it shows that it's real, that it's not AI. All right, so. All right, all. Take care and have a wonderful rest of your evening and the rest of your week.
Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody. This was just lovely.
Yes, take care, folks. Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Take care. Bye-bye.